everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the third episode of Chit Chat with Sana. So today's topic is going to be, is PCOS disturbing your sleep? Now, in most of the cases, the answer is going to be yes, because more than 80% of the women who have been diagnosed with PCOS have suffered from sleeping disorders. Now, before I get into the type of disorders, I would like to tell you that especially if you are suffering from PCOS, if you are suffering from sleepless nights or any sleeping disorders, this is something that you need to address immediately, because if you're not having a proper sleep, you end up having a foggy brain. You'll feel very, very lethargic throughout the day. You'll feel very fatigued. You feel like sleeping again, even if you have been in the bed for 10 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours, and you won't be able to eat properly. So all of these things together worsen your other symptoms. So this becomes a vicious cycle, which is very hard to break unless you address your sleeping disorders. Now, there are two types of sleeping disorders. One is insomnia. The second one is sleep apnea. Insomnia, as the name says, it is where you're not able to sleep properly, or you're not able to sleep at all for hours, or sometimes, it goes on like for a day or two, you're hardly sleeping for 2-3 hours. And the second one is sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is the cessation of breathing once or multiple times during your sleep, which means you stop breathing. And this will be episodes of happening once or multiple times. So if you're waking up with a dry throat, or you wake yourself up with a loud snore, or you just feel very uneasy sleeping and you feel a little breathlessness and very anxious, that means you're suffering from sleep apnea. Now, both of these disorders can be classified as mild, occasional, or chronic. Okay. So, usually sleeping disorders happen the week after your week of ovulation. This has been a common pattern, but for some people, it happens throughout the month as well. Okay. So, since how important is it to address this? Like I said, this becomes a vicious cycle, and with time, it gets worse. So, in my opinion, or in my experience, I have, tried some solutions at home, and they have worked out for me. Thankfully, I didn't have to go to a medical professional for it, because it worked out for me. But yes, I still do have episodes where nothing really works, and it just takes a few days of clean eating and trying to follow proper sleep. Sleep hygiene is what it takes for me to get back on track. But yes, these things help. So I'm going to share these solutions with you. If none of them work, or if these disorders are chronic for you, then I would suggest to take a professional help. Alright, so the first solution is maintain a good sleep hygiene. It is very, very important that you have routine in your life. You set a proper, time to go to sleep and to wake up. And if you feel very tired during the day, take that half an hour nap. Your body is going to thank you. Now, being said that, the second thing is, for you to have a proper, sleep hygiene, you need to put yourself in bed a little early. Give your body time to relax. And I would suggest to sleep in a dark room rather than having that one small, bed light if you're having. So you can use a sleep mask. I use sleep mask sometimes. So if you want the one that I use, I'll go ahead and link it in the description. And the second thing is, do not have caffeine at all. Now, if you're someone who's already addicted to caffeine, then I would suggest at least avoid cutting it back after 2 p.m. Do not consume caffeine at all. So what you can do instead is you can opt for spearmint tea or chamomile tea, especially during the night time. If you have chamomile tea, it has a lot of soothing effect on your body, and it has helped me, or a warm glass of milk. So if you want the spearmint tea or the chamomile tea that I use, I'll go ahead and link it in the description. You can go ahead and buy from there. And the next thing is, I would suggest avoid alcohol completely. But if that is not something that you're able to do for a long term, then I would suggest you go ahead and be very conscious about it. Say, if just like sugar, if you're having it every weekend, go ahead and just you do it every alternate week maybe. So you'll start seeing the difference, and that's where you need to start working from. The next thing is, when you are sleeping, make sure that if you wake up in the middle of the night, do not go back to your phone or your laptop or your electronics. Do not even touch your phone just to check the notifications. This will make a whole lot of difference. So if you have any suggestions for me, you can go ahead and share in the comments or message me on Instagram. This has helped me a lot, so I suggest you go ahead and do it as well. But if you're already having chronic, you're in the chronic stage of sleep disorders, I would say immediately take professional help. It's very, very important. Being said all that, another thing that works out is, please take your supplementation, be it inositol or omega-3. All these things really, really help to reduce all the other symptoms, which in turn reduces the problem of for you to sleep, or it the sleeping disorders are reduced. So please go ahead and try this and tell me what works out for you, what doesn't. And if you have any suggestions for me, I'll go ahead and try it as well, so you can leave it in the comments. Thank you so much. I will catch you in my next video. Please keep supporting me. And I'm really glad that, the encouraging comments I get and the messages I get. And yes, I have got a lot of messages for the makeup video. Thank you so much, guys. I will be doing it soon, hopefully, for the Christmas look. Anyway, I'll catch you there. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.